Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. How well did the Harry and Meghan documentary on Netflix do in terms of viewership? It appears that in the UK it did rather well. The BBC reports more than 2 million people watched the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's new Netflix series in the UK on Thursday, which is more than double the first-day figure for the latest series of The Crown, and the same number as watched BBC One's EastEnders on Thursday. But are people bored with the whole thing? As well as the 2.4 million viewers for the first instalment, Episode 2 had 1.5 million viewers on the first day, and the third part attracted 800,000. The Express rounded up reviews from professional critics. Critics from the BBC, The Guardian, The Times, as well as France's Le Figaro all criticised the disappointing programme. Royal commentator Neil Sean told his YouTube channel, Neil Sean's Daily Headline News, that the couple appeared to have said all the best bits during the Oprah Winfrey interview. Mr. Sean said, "Were the first 3 episodes as explosive as Netflix wanted? It's incredible, really. If I was Netflix, I would definitely be asking for a refund." Sean adds the royal family would not even break a sweat over the series. A reality show is usually about jeopardy and drama. Where was the drama? The Express looked at film review website Rotten Tomatoes, where ratings were overwhelmingly negative, scoring just 40% approval from critics and 16% from audience members. CBS host Gayle King said it was a good thing the couple were finally having their say and opening up about their own story. Holly Williams, CBS foreign correspondent, said, "A beautifully produced vision of family victimized and pursued by the media. Some will say it's a high-end reality show, but it's also a searing critique of the UK tabloid media and the relationship with the royal family." Deadline's Stephanie Bunbury said the episodes were not the royal evisceration we have been expecting. The story so far is a straightforward romance, with the best-looking royals no longer in the business, seen sitting on a couch agreeing that, guess what, they fell madly in love on their second date. None of this, however, is the royal evisceration we have been expecting. Presumably, Harry, formerly known as a prince, and his maligned wife will go into a bit more detail in next week's Volume 2 on what prompted them to walk away from the whole thing and set up shop in California. The Hollywood Reporter went with, "While expectations of what the documentary might reveal were high, the audience is not enlightened about anything truly groundbreaking in the first 3 episodes." The Daily Mail collected some social media reactions to the Harry and Meghan documentary. One fan said, "Episode 1 was amazing. I love the attention taken to ground their story in Harry's childhood. So many sweet moments. I want to stay up and binge the rest, but willpower." Another disagreed, saying, "I am sorry, Netflix, I have turned off the TV as Harry and Meghan documentary is so boring, nothing new, they're just indulging themselves in delusion. I've never watched anything more boring than this show." Some other reactions. One positive. This Harry and Meghan doc is really just about 2 people who had a secret love and wanted to maintain that bubble. And one more questioning. The first few minutes of the Harry and Meghan Netflix show clear evidence it is a long-plotted, image-promoting, publicity-grabbing enrichment exercise with revenge, justified or imagined, tossed into opportunistic, explosive brew. Cynicism can be very healthy sometimes. Then there's Piers Morgan's reaction. "This is worse than keeping up with the Kardashians, something I didn't think was humanly possible." Palace Intrigue will be right back. In other news, Ryan Reynolds met the King. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, you know him from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, are co-owners of a Welsh soccer team, Wrexham AFC. There's also a TV series on Hulu which chronicles the adventures of the club and their fans. Being the King and the former Prince of Wales, Charles thought he'd stop by. The Mirror reports Charles and Camilla met players and staff as well as the co-chairman during a tour of the racecourse ground. Deadpool actor Reynolds and McElhenney joked that they had etiquette lessons ahead of the visit. Reynolds said, "I would say that we're impossibly excited to welcome him to the racecourse ground, this historic church that resides in the heart of Wrexham and is the heart of Wrexham. Rob and I both said early on that this holds true, and for the rest of our lives we will do anything to uplift and elevate this community and this club, and having the King pay a visit is certainly one way to do it. That's for sure. Very excited." They were asked if they had watched the Harry and Meghan documentary. The actors said they had not watched the Duke and Duchess of Sussex controversial Netflix show which aired the day before the visit. McElhenney said, "I've never heard of it." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite shows. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.